Imagine if I told you the fate of the Confederacy depended entirely on one critical instant, a choice made during Gettysburg. This was the Civil War's turning point. It's the question that haunts historians, soldiers, and all who study this conflict. Around 4:30 in the afternoon, Confederate troops stood ready to strike decisively. But hesitation changed everything. Could the South's destiny have shifted if they had pressed forward instead of pulling back? The last 5 letters of history spell story. And that is exactly how history should be told, through narrative, drama, and insight. On July 1, 1863, as the sun set, the Battle of Gettysburg began. From Cemetery Hill, Union Major General Winfield Scott Hancock, alongside a discouraged Major General O. Howard, held the high ground. Thanks to the brave stand of Buford's cavalry and the tireless efforts of the 11th Corps of the Army of the Potomac, Union forces maintained their position. This was no ordinary battle. Victory was within reach, yet miscommunication, hesitation, and critical failures transformed potential triumph into devastating loss for the Confederacy. The orders that never arrived, missed chances, and the courage displayed all combined to tell a story of bravery, command, and consequence that forever shaped America's future. Our series explores the defining events and remarkable individuals who influenced one of the most pivotal chapters in American history. Through vivid storytelling and detailed accounts, we bring the drama, tension, and heartbreak of the Civil War to life, as if you were truly there. Numbers and dates alone cannot carry history's soul. It must be experienced. What if that fatal mistake had never happened? Join me as we unravel the drama of Gettysburg's first day, the day that changed everything. Before we begin, please like and subscribe to support our community and channel, Forgotten History Central. Stay with me as we journey back in time to witness the courage, command, and consequences that shaped the nation forever. It is a vivid, living narrative that continues to echo and inspire. The principal figures in the Confederate line stretched along Seminary Ridge. Influenced by Early, Ewell believed it impossible to dislodge the Federals from Culp's Hill and Cemetery Hill. Early's discretionary orders to Ewell lacked urgency, though he instructed Johnson to seize control of the heights if possible. Meanwhile, George Gordon Meade arrived near midnight, intending to launch an attack the next day, July 2nd, with all units ready except the 12th Corps under Major General Henry Slocum, which had yet to arrive. Major General Robert Rhodes, whose troops had been engaged most of the day, was fatigued. Early hesitated to commit his men to any fresh assault, but agreed to do so if Hill's Confederate division was ready. Hill, unwell that day, had already failed to advance. The lingering question remains: what if Stonewall Jackson had been present? Even if Jackson had taken Cemetery Hill without reinforcements, holding it would have been difficult. Ewell failed to track Johnson's arrival or progress on the battlefield, a mistake that led Lee to conclude no assault on Cemetery Hill was feasible. The opportunity slipped away, sealing the South's fate. The 6th Corps, led by Major General John Sedgwick, was still 35 miles away, so Meade chose to dig in and wait to see what his opponent would do next. The fierce fighting on July 1st had shattered Meade's 1st Corps, which suffered 5,600 casualties, 62% of its strength. Perhaps another of Ewell's divisions, commanded by Major General Edward Johnson and now present on the battlefield, could have been sent in. This indecision haunted Lee, 2nd Corps Commander Ewell, and Major Generals Jubal Early and Isaac R. Trimble alike. Messengers hurried back and forth, but support never arrived. This was no ordinary battle. It was a moment when hesitation and miscommunication turned potential victory into loss. Sedgwick's 6th Corps, still distant, led Meade to fortify his position and await his adversary's next move. Heath, who had unexpectedly entered the battle, grew frustrated with A.P. Hill's indecision. W. Sears contends that Robert E. Lee was overwhelmed with anger and disappointment, bitter over the absence of Jeb Stuart, which left him without crucial reconnaissance. He was further irritated by Henry P. Hill and Ewell, but frustrated by Longstreet's stubborn refusal to advance at Gettysburg and his doubts about the invasion itself. These combined pressures deeply unsettled Lee. About 25,000 of Lee's troops had reached the battlefield and inflicted damage. The Army of the Potomac, numbering 95,000, engaged that day, suffering roughly 16,000 casualties between both sides. Despite this, the Confederates still caused around 7,000 Union losses while sustaining about 9,000 themselves. This was the first time Lee encountered hesitation and errors from his subordinates, who bungled discretionary orders. His second-in-command wished to move forces directly south to cut off Washington, but Longstreet's counsel prevailed that evening, calming Lee's temper and shifting his mindset. The first day of this three-day battle had ended, with much still uncertain, setting the stage for the conflict ahead. So, what do you think? Could a different decision at Gettysburg have changed the entire course of history? Was it hesitation, miscommunication, or something deeper that sealed the Confederacy's fate? History is full of what-ifs, but this moment stands out as one of the most powerful and haunting examples. Share your thoughts below. What would you have done if you were in command that day? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the bell for more deep dives into the moments that shaped our world. Until next time, keep questioning history, because every story has more than one side.